Hello and welcome to my first Stitch with Me live. I hope you can hear me. I mean, there's nobody here, but if you join and you can't hear anything, just tell me, and I'll try to fix it. So this is what I'm going to stitch on today. It's my kit called Meeting at Dawn. By Zoloto Runo, and the only thing that's left is this small part down here from the ship. I'll show you here. So that's what I'm going to stitch today. Yeah, and I hope we're going to chat a bit and just have a nice time together. Also, if you're just watching this later, welcome. I really hope you had some nice holidays, and maybe some nice time with friends or family. Yeah, so let's see. I really hope. So the camera had some issues focusing earlier, but now it seems to work. And I'm stitching this one on a scroll frame with my new Omnic Monstric stand, and with this one it seems like I can make streams like this work. And I borrowed a camera from my dad and put it on the stand, and I think it's working. Hi, Nicole. I hope you had nice holidays so far and nice start into the new year. Hi, Ilonka. Frohes neues Jahr. So I'm just going to. It works. And the camera is actually doing what it's supposed to do. So I can tell you guys a bit about my holidays. I'm staying with my family for a month, and I've been until 1.5 weeks ago. I've been still learning on my learning plan, which was the last days were really exhausting. And since then I've been on a break, though I had to work quite a bit last week. And now I have another 2.5 days, and on Wednesday I will have to start learning again. But it's anesthesiology for 3 days, so that's going to be at least interesting. And then I will be learning again till April. Yeah, and we had nice time with a very beautiful Christmas tree with my parents, and I got some stitchy time. I did this whole part on the ship down here on this one, and I can show you something else that I stitched last week. This cute little frog. I think it's really cute, and it's, I don't know if you can see that, the camera is actually pretty good. If you see it the same. I've the stream as well on my iPad, so I can see it there, and it's not as good as on my computer. But well, this is it's 32 count, 4 strands over 3. Because I'm testing out for a wedding gift I'm planning to stitch next year, which I want to have pretty big, so more towards 10 count size, but not on 10 count Aida or 20 count or something even weave. So I'm trying this, and also, oh no, the camera's doing that. Is weird. Ooh, I hope it stops. Yeah, it stopped doing that. This one is what I started yesterday. It's going to be another try with 40 count over 4. So that's three strands of DMC over 40 count linen over 4. Which is, I think I really like that. But it's more difficult to count. You don't like frogs anymore. Yeah. But maybe, maybe stitching some might help. I don't know what it's doing. I'll just stitch a bit and hope it disappears. It seems like the camera doesn't like it if I move anything down here away from the camera. I had a lot of frogs visiting when I was stitching this part. That was very annoying. At first I miscounted here because I started these 3 rows 3 stitches too far down, so I had to rip everything down here. But I just cut it at the bottom and pulled the stitches up till here, and then tucked the threads under and added 3 stitches at the top. And then I made a mistake here, so I had to frog all of this. And then I restitched it and made another mistake somewhere here, and then I had to frog again. So that was fun. But since then I haven't had anything to frog, so I hope it stays that way. Oh, and also I played Dungeons and Dragons last week for the first time. That was quite interesting and fun. At first I was really nervous because I've never done it, and I'm not much of an actor, and I thought you would at least need a bit of that, and also creative thinking isn't necessarily my talent. So I was really nervous, and then it was really fun. And we had a nice evening, and I'm looking forward to the next time. Also, I've tried something new with this one, this project, because I got the resolution stitching box from the Black Needle Society last month, And there was a tally counter included. I don't know if you know what that is. I can this, and you can it helps you count, and it's the wrong way. And I try that. I have to. When did I stitch that? Probably yesterday. So how much did I stitch already? 8. So you just can you see that? You just press down on it and it counts for you. And so you don't forget how much you stitched. Now I have to put it back on my frame. Only problem with this is when you wow, what it's doing again. When you forget that's awful. When you forget what you've already counted, with the thing, then of course you miscount anyways, but at least you don't have to remember at what number you stopped. Oh, your boyfriend is into Dungeons and Dragons. That's cool. Does he? Did you try it too once or not? Not yet. Or is it nothing for you? What do you think? A friend asked me if I'd like to join, and I thought, I've heard of it before sometimes, but I've never really, known people where I could join, so it was interesting, and I was all for it when he asked me, and then I, said it would be so cool if we could, include elements from my favorite books by Brandon Sanderson. And I told him a bit about it, and then he said we can see if he can include something, and then I actually got him to read the books. So that was pretty cool. So far, actually, I think I now I forgot what I wanted to say. Well, even if now we couldn't include anything from the books, would be still pretty cool that he read the books, because now I finally have someone to talk about them too, and he's really excited about them. And he finished 2 of the main books, 1 novella, and now he's even reading another single book. The one where Michael says I bullied him into reading it. I didn't. Only maybe a little bit. But it's going to be worth it. And now he's reading that because I strongly recommended him to read the book before reading the next one in the other series. Now he's doing it. I just read Ilonka's message. Do you mean you were mad that you couldn't, play against him, or you can't, or because you have to play a little bit like in a team with him, or because, you know, you don't like playing games with him? I don't know if that just makes sense what I said, but I don't quite understand. I felt when I played it that it wasn't, you know, I could, you know, most things were just like thinking about what my character would do. I mean, it's not like we played so much yet, and not as much about, you know, actually acting, which was pretty good for me. And maybe as you've noticed, I switch stitching techniques sometimes. Sometimes I stitch this way, you know, just with the right hand, and sometimes I stitch two-handed with the left on top. You know, I've when I started stitching with my frames, I tried stitching two-handed because I thought, oh, that's so fast, and I tried it with the right hand on top and the left down, and I just couldn't make it work because, of course, you know, with the left hand on the back, it was just, you know, I just couldn't get the needle right. So that was really awful, and it took me so long to realize that I could just switch hands and that would make it easier. I don't know, I think it was a few days before I got that idea. It was a bit sad. I think it would actually be more interesting to do this with my big project, but I can only stitch on that when I'm finished with this one. At least it shouldn't be too long, because that's just, I think it would probably be more interesting to watch me stitch that than this one, because it's just, oh, what's the camera doing? Because it's just brown. That's a bit boring. Also, I don't know if you know, if you watch this or if you watch it later, you can feel free to. Oh, now I have to turn it. Ah, that's a problem. Let's see if I can. Oops. Oh, my feet. Nice. Maybe I should put on fancy socks, so you don't have to look at my feet when I turn the. Well, that's, you know, turning and ending the thread with this camera isn't easy. Shit. You didn't hear me say that. I'm sorry. Ripping everything. Oh, that's nice. Resolution. But I don't think I can bring that camera that near. Now, take care. Okay. There we go. And I'm just going to get my nice socks for the next time I have to turn the frame. Nice Snoopy socks from my advent calendar, which are a bit thin, but they're cute. What I wanted to say, now if you're watching this later maybe, where did I? Or now you can also tell me, if I should do that again. If you'd prefer it, stitch with me where I'm talking or where I'm not talking. I think there is a way to put music somewhere, but I don't really know how that works. Oh, I have to count and stop it. Stop it. Okay. How much was that? 7. Okay. Oh, thank you, Longa. I always try to keep the back as neat as possible because I'm kind of, I don't know, I don't feel good if my back isn't neat because that kind of makes me uncomfortable. So I always try to keep it as neat as possible. Most of the time it works. Sometimes it doesn't. My big project, which I haven't stitched on since September. I really need to start on that again. Oh yeah, I could ask Kaylee how she does it, but I think she uses OBS, the streaming software, and I tried to do that. I downloaded it and tried to use it too, and then it just didn't. It said something with my graphics thing. The graphics chip. I don't know the English word for that. For some reason that didn't work, and I had to delete it again. And maybe I can ask my dad if he can try to fix it, because music would be nice. But I've also thought about maybe trying to do this on Twitch, because I've just lately started watching a bit live streams on Twitch, and that was actually quite fun, and it's looked a bit easier to me. Not easy, but maybe easier than YouTube. And I thought about maybe trying that. Because doing Stitch with me, I think would be a lot easier for me than doing floss tubes. Or is a lot easier because, basically I'm stitching anyways. So I could just, do it on camera. Oh, my brother's here. and he's offering help. That would be nice. He's a very nice brother, most of the time. Except when he sends me mean memes about where I'm living, because he can make fun about that. So he sends me mean memes. Who I watch in Twitch. I've just started watching Held der Steine, which is maybe a bit weird because it's brick building, but I actually enjoy the videos a lot because it's just, I don't know, it's just fun. And I also like bricks. It's just, if it wouldn't be so expensive, I would probably buy some brick building sets too. I've actually thought about buying one, but it's so expensive, but it's also pretty. I actually have a Lego tower bridge on my shelf, but I really enjoyed building it, but now that it's built, it's a bit more boring. But just building it is fun, but it's so expensive. You can't just I can't just buy stuff and build it because where I wouldn't have the space to put it anywhere, and it's so expensive. I'd say cross-stitching is less expensive, so I'll have to stick to that. And I thought it would be fun, watching someone build brick things while stitching. Also, there's a lot of interaction on Twitch, which is, some things. Someone's always talking. It is sometimes a bit weird though, because always there's always this thank you for new subscribers and things like that, which is a bit, weird if, right in the middle of talking, it's just this like, oh, thank you, so and so, for your subscription and things like that. It's a bit odd if you, join for the first time. And I've thought that no, I haven't watched Stitches on Twitch yet. I only. Ooh, now it's going to turn it again. Ha. I actually don't. I've only heard of one person who's streaming on Twitch and stitching, so I don't really know any. I think I forgot her name. Tiny Mick Animal videos. That would be fun. I think I saw the video, some or maybe clips of that on YouTube. But I've also thought about that I could do, you know, on Twitch I could make live streams in German, or maybe in German and in English, because my FlossTube is only English, and also it's a bit more private because I've not deleted it from Instagram, but I've made a separate Instagram account where you can only find the link to my stream. And so because my other Instagram is also my private one, kind of, so people from university or so they can find me more easily there, and I don't really want, you know, everyone who knows me from Facebook to just easily be able to find my YouTube, because that's, I don't know, I wouldn't feel too comfortable with that. And you know, if I do a separate Twitch streaming account just for Stitch With Me videos, then that I wouldn't have to have that linked. That might be nice. And you know, videos like this where I'm just sitting and talking. Ooh, the camera has lost its focus. I wouldn't really mind people seeing that, because you know, I'm just stitching and talking. Oh, I forgot to count. 2. Okay. 46 stitches. Sometimes I'm really surprised by how much, you know, I look at it and I think like, oh, that's, I don't know, doesn't look like 46. That really sounds cute with the goats. You have to send me that. I have to find. Focus is back. I really hope I can finish this one soon, but I've realized that I'm not really happy with the backstitching and the pattern, because it feels, you know, the ropes and stuff are backstitched, and it just feels really wrong to me in several areas. And now that I've seen it, I can't just leave it like that. So I think I will have to change it. And I have no clue about chips, but I've already got some tips. And I hope I can make something nice out of it, you know, because I really, really want to finish it and put it on my wall behind my chair, because I've just got a big empty wall in my room. And this one is big because, of course, you know, with the printed background, you can, it's faster because, you know, I think it's 14 count printed background. So I just had to stitch the ships, and it's actually rather fast to stitch. I mean, fast, it's like, I don't know, I probably put over 140 hours in this so far. So that, oh, that's someone's doing spam. No, that kind of threw me out of concept. Oh, English is, you know, that would be the upside to doing a video in German, because that's just easier. I mean, I probably could just start talking German, because I think the only watches so at the moment are German. But that would probably be very weird for other people who, you know, start watching the stream and are like, oh, that's German. I'm off. So maybe better not do that. Oh no. Camera did lost focus again. That's annoying. Oh, and no, stop that. Yeah. Okay. I forgot to start my time tracking, because I've got an app that stops time for staying, which is really interesting. And oh, I've got something I can show you, because I have a calendar. I will probably show you that in a Flosstube. I hope I'll be doing soon. But this one that was also in the Black Needle Society box, no, a stitching planner, which is really cool. It works as a calendar and stuff. And there's, you know, the stitching challenge with the alphabets. Is it the right way? Oh yeah, it is. You know, from A to Z, I have so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 9 letters I already know for the year. So 17 missing. And you know, where you can set stitching goals and, you know, rewards for that if you did that. Bingo, word of the year, or this one is going to be interesting, you know, stitch all the colors. Where you have to stitch on different fabric colors through the year. So that's, I think I'll try that. Then of course a calendar, and then you know, a stitching tracker, one daily and one for projects. And I've been able to start that yesterday. That was fun. Yeah, there are not enough German-speaking floss tubers, but I couldn't do floss tubes for both. But I mean, maybe you could ask in your video, if people would be interested in, a live stream like that. I mean, of course, you can watch live stream later, but if they would be interested in someone else doing stitching streams, I could talk about a bit of my projects and things like that at the same time. But I think doing proper floss tubes both in English and both in German would be too much for me at the moment. Because with all the learning and stuff, it's just would be too much. But I mean, maybe you want to ask that. Oh yeah, the planner is really awesome. There's also one thing that I'm really looking forward to. I think it's in April. It's a really fun thing. No, in March. Is it in March? No. February? Yeah, February. Oh, hi, Kaylee. It's this Battle of the Whips. It's kind of like a tournament with your whips. And I really want to do that, where you have 3 rounds, and for each, you have these groups of 3, and you pick a project, or you pick 3 projects per group, and then you stitch a certain amount of time on each project, and then you pick the project you stitched the most on to go in round 2. Then you have 2 groups in round 2, you stitch against each other, and then in round 3 you have only 2 projects left, and in the end there's a beginner. So that, I think that really sounds like fun. I'm going to do that, but it's in February, and maybe I'll do that after I finish my exam and not before. That might be difficult before. So do I want to jump or not? I think I will jump a bit. So how did your live stream go, Kaylee? We had we had lunch with my grandma, and I couldn't join because she was still there, and I'm always watching funny videos with my grandma. She enjoys them a lot, and I mean, of course, I like funny videos too. But I also really like, brightening up her day and watching those videos with her. What did you stitch on today? I think I saw the picture, but I forgot again. Oh, did you start the Jacob's Sal? What color did you pick? I've also thought about starting it, but I think I'll I'll wait before I decide if I want to join or not, because I've got so much already and not enough time. Oh, the camera is doing stupid things again. That's really weird when it does that. Oh, did you the one from day 31? That one, the blood orange. Oh, 1/1 on 40 count and 32 count. I would like to try something like that, stitching, because I really think those tiny stitches that Yamir always does, I mean, that's really cool. And it doesn't use up as much floss, so I really would like to try something like that. But now I'm trying my big my huge stitches. I mean, I've never stitched bigger than 14 count, and now it's like the size of 10 count. That's huge. But it's also interesting because it's this, like, how did I phrase it? The it's like cross stitch, and it's the size of in your face because it's just so huge, and you can't you can't overlook that it's cross stitch because the crosses are so big. It's just like, here I am and I'm cross stitch. But at the same time, you don't have this blockish you don't have this blockish feeling of Ada because it's just so fine. It's interesting. But it's a pain to count. Where do I want to go? I would like to start a full another, well, it's not really full coverage, but it's going towards full coverage. Yeah, I would really like to do one of those in 28 count, 2/1. I can actually show you what I pizza sounds really good. So, guten Appetit. Oh, I have to send a link. For a second. What did I want to say? I just remember pizza. But I don't think that's what I wanted to say. Oh, I wanted to show you the pattern I bought, because it's really cute. I would like to stitch that. This one, Tea Dragon. I really think it's cute, and I would, but I'm a bit unsure about this because it's not square, so it has a bit of, I mean, it's the moon is round and the dragon is dragon formed. And I forgot to count again. Uh, oh, okay. Yeah, and so I'm not sure if that would work with 10 stitch really well, or if that would be an issue, with the contours not being square. And also I think it would be easier to do it on easy count, of course, because easy count is easier. But I don't think it would be so pretty, I think I should go for a different colored fabric. I would really like to go for some hand-dyed fabric, but because I think those are really pretty, but I'll probably stitch on that project for years, and I will definitely have to wash it at least once, and I'm a bit worried that that wouldn't work with the hand-dyed fabric. Maybe, Kaylee, have you washed hand-dyed fabrics? Or maybe someone who might watch this later would like to recommend or can recommend me nice fabric that will probably not, I mean, losing some color wouldn't really be an issue, because if it fades a little bit it wouldn't be too bad. But if it bleeds and discolors thread, that would be bad. I think I'll see with this the fabric I'm stitching the new frock on. This one. It's also hand dyed a little bit. I don't know if you can, there. And I'll probably oh, I have to note that. And I will have to look at that channel. But I mean, I know with the with my Swan full coverage project, I already had to wash that because it's just, I don't know. I mean, over the years, of course, it collects a lot of stuff. But I think I will try to, wash the frocks and see if that works, because it's subtle, so as long as it doesn't lose all the color, it would still be better than just white fabric. And since it's not as much color, it probably wouldn't discolor the cross stitch much. So that might work. I think I've almost counted a lot today with this counting thing, but I'm not actually writing it down, so that's okay. Mm. Oh no. That's whoops. Again. That's definitely not easy to turn this thing. Ooh, shit. Camera's doing stuff again. I don't really know why it's doing that. It's really weird. It's like, oh, there's nothing happening here, so I'm going to make something happen. Not helpful. Ooh. Annoying. What? Oh, I forgot something. Doesn't matter. I just stitch that with another thread. It's creating a party. Yeah. Well, I was on a dancing party yesterday. That was fun. Where my dancing school does dancing parties. You know, where you can do Latin and ballroom dancing. And I've been away for some months now, and now I was able to go there again since I'm back, and it was a lot of fun. And of course, it's, you know, with COVID rules, so you can only attend when you're vaccinated or, you know, had COVID before, and you also had to get tested. So there was a lot of rules for that, but it was still fun. I forgot to put on socks in my shoes, so that was a bit painful after a while. But it was still fun. Maybe my dancing partner is here and watching. I don't know. I just sent him the link. Maybe he's silently watching. There's not much happening at the moment though. Oh, and I forgot to count again. I think I'll just leave it. No counting today. Streaming and counting. Ah, there he is. I think so, at least. He's a very reliable dancing partner. That's really fun. Good at dancing and good at leading while dancing, and he also doesn't let me fall, and he doesn't dance, you know, dangerously close to other pairs, so I might get hurt, because I had some partners who did that. And it can be fun, but not when you fall or when you get another woman's heel on your foot. That's really painful. Wouldn't recommend that, but I would definitely recommend dancing because that's really fun. Also, it's good for your brain, you know, because it helps against dementia or so. I think that was a study like that. And also it's sports, at least if you don't just, you can just walk the steps and you can dance, and there's a difference between that. So it gets you moving. Also, I think it's a great activity for a pair, you know, because you can dance together, do sports together, and it also, I think it can be positive for a relationship, because you have to work out, you know, pair dynamics while dancing, because, you know, you can't have two people leading, or you can, but it probably would be difficult. I think there are about 2, 3, 450, maybe 450 stitches left. So that's really good. I think I could do that in 2 or 3 days. That would be cool. The big black area was a bit boring. Only black. On the other hand, that's pretty easy to stitch, you know, if you don't miscount like I did. That wasn't so fun. And it was so stupid. So annoying. Also, I feel like the print isn't so happy with me frogging stitches and not stitching over it, because I feel like it lost a bit of the color. Which is also at the beginning, I used a hoop with this one because I started it in 2020 in December, before I got my first scroll frames, and I used a hoop at first, and I like the fabric very taut, so I had it very tight in the hoop and tightened it, because it lost tension after some time, so I tightened it again, and that actually wore off the color, at a few points, so that was really annoying. Luckily, I think I stitched over those areas, but I mean, that's not fun. If the print for the really nice print for the background just goes off if you put a hoop there. But I don't know. I think they have a lot of pretty patterns. This kit is by Solotoro Runo, and some of the patterns look really pretty. But I think after this one, I'll not stitch one of their designs again, because it's just, I don't know, the issues with this one, with the flaws. I also had another one which I really liked, until my brother told me that it's also a ship, and in the night, and the sails are blown with the wind. And I liked it until my brother told me that the cross on the sail, there's a big cross on the sail, and it doesn't. So, because of course the sail is blowing with the wind, so it's not flat. And the issue with it is that the cross on the sail is flat, or at least it doesn't bow in the same direction as the sail does, which is pretty bad, I think, because I mean, why? It's just wrong with the perspective, and since this one is, I'm not really happy with the backstitch on this one, and I don't know, and also that other one is just weird. So I think I'll not stitch one of their kits again. Also, they use Madeira floss, and I think I prefer DMC or maybe Anchor, because I feel like this one is a lot more rough than DMC, and it also sometimes there are, you know, fuzzy things on there. So I don't like it as much, which is sad, because I mean, I think some of the patterns are kits are really pretty, but I don't know, I would be a bit afraid that I would start stitching it and at some point I would realize, oh no, that's weird, that's wrong. Because with this one I just realized it pretty late that it's weird. I think before I started the second chip, or while I was stitching the second chip, I realized that there was something off with the back stitching. And lately I realized how much there's off with the back stitching. I mean, with this kit, it's not too bad with the price, because I think it was somewhere between 50 and 60 euros. But I think it's still not good if the pattern is off. And with the other one, the other ship with the cross that's wrong, that kit costs, I think, up nearly 80 euros. So I don't know. I think if you sell a kit for 80 euros, that's probably going to take people, I don't know, because it's full coverage, maybe over 200 hours. Then the pattern should at least be right, right in perspective. I mean, if a color is a bit off, or I don't know, something where you could say, oh, that's creative, like that's but if something's off and perspective or things like that, of course you could say it's abstract art. But I don't know. I think it's a bit annoying, and I have to drink something, because drinking is very important. So I have to turn again. This is really a bit difficult. But I'm really happy with this stand. I like it. Stop it. Oh, you're doing that. Camera, stop it. I'm really sorry for that. I don't know what it's doing. Ooh, maybe I can ask my brother for help next time. I think I enjoy this. I mean, it's a bit weird because there are not so many people watching, so it's a bit like talking to myself. But I mean, it's I think it's easier than the live floss tube, because that's that's weirder. You know, to film a video talking, telling people about stuff while no one's watching, and maybe someone would join or not, and then I'm like, oh, should I wait until maybe someone comes, or should I just start? That's weird. I think I can't. Oh, shit. That's party hardcore, I would say. But I think otherwise it works pretty good with the camera. I think the quality isn't too bad. And I don't know, how's the audio? Okay, the audio is good. I really hope I can somehow make OBS, get it to work on my laptop, and then I could do a bit more stuff. Maybe add music and stuff. I think that would be nice. And I think this camera, if I could, if I would buy something like that, I could, I think, make it work with the stand, and maybe also with my other stand, and maybe with enhanced stitching in my flat. But I don't really know. And I would need to get my flatmate's approval for talking to people in the middle of the night in our living room, because I don't know, they go to bed earlier than I do, and so I have to, you know, not be too loud so they can't sleep. And with this one, which is quite nice, I could do it. Oh, doing sports while watching my stream. I'm happy you enjoy it. I think when maybe the first stream I did, he joined in too and told me afterwards he enjoyed it. So that's fun. I'll tell you next time when I'm doing a stream, or you could tell me when you're doing sports, and I can start a stream then. Now I lost my train of thought again. But I think that's fun. Hi, I suppose you're called Hannah. Nice that you found the stream and are joining us. So I know my dancing partner is doing sports. I don't know, are you others stitching or doing other stuff? I mean, of course you can see what I'm doing. Stitching. Oh, did you join Kaylee's stream before too? I hope you had fun. This is getting a bit of a mess here. Oh, did you see the pretty needle minder? I think I will have to get another one. It's from Feed Your Inner Granny, I think. That's what the shop is called. From Germany. And they offer different colors now. I think I should get another one. I thought maybe about getting an orange one. They also have reds, which I think are pretty. And I think blues. I think those would be most interesting. Ooh, and I'm waiting for some stitchy stuff to arrive. Because I ordered 2 more kits. You know, I don't know if you maybe you have seen it in a video before or on Instagram. I have a kit by RTO called Cowberry, which is really cute. You know, it's the fusion of a cow and strawberry, and it's really pretty and cute and fun. And it's also, I really like stitching it. I think it's 28 or 25 count. That cross looks off. Even weave, and it's pre-printed with, you know, a bit like lab work stuff. And that it is a series, you know, with I think 4. There's also Hopcorn, and I don't know, I like puns. It's cute little bunnies. It's a fusion with bunnies and popcorn, and because of that, it's Hopcorn. So that's what I ordered, and then there's also the Dandelion, which is a fusion between a dandelion and lion, which is really cute too. It's a, you know, this little cute lion cub with you know, a mane like a dandelion, and that's really cute. And I ordered those 2, and then there's also a third one, a porcupine-apple with a fusion between a porcupine and a pineapple, which is, it's cute too, but it's not really my color scheme, so I just got the other 2. And so you're stitching Woodland Winter. I have to look that up. Where is it? Oh, that's cute. Really cute. So it's, oh, I could. So that would be Woodland Winter. Ooh, which is really cute, I think. I plan to sew another project bag. No, that's wrong. That's in the wrong place. Wanted to sew another project bag, in my time off from learning, but I think I won't be able to do that, which is a bit sad because on Wednesday I'll have to start learning again, and I don't think I will focus. Hey, where did the focus go? No, don't leave me. Oh, come on. Maybe camera is getting tired. You have camera, you have one job, and that is to focus. Yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, so I think I won't be able to sew another project bag. I probably only get to do that after I'll have finished with my exam. It's really, I really wouldn't have thought it would take so much time. But I mean, I probably could, take less time. But that would mean putting less effort in, and I don't think I would feel good about that. Because at the moment it's going pretty well. And I enjoy that it works. I feel like I actually do it properly, and so when I'm finished, I I can be happy with what I did. It's not like it will change a lot with my grade or the results in the end. But I can say that I have, repeated everything once again, and won't be sitting there afterwards and tell myself, oh, but you could have done more, because I probably would have been able to do more, or or maybe other people might have been able to do more. But if I'd put even more time or effort in, that wouldn't work for 6 months. I mean, I started in mid-October, and the exam is going to be at the beginning of April, so that's really, really long. It's 21 weeks, so it's not like, I don't know, I could be sprinting every day. It's more like a marathon. Well, I have to get my lemonade. We have really, if you need my recommendation for German lemonade, which is really nice, it's this one. Ooh. Unpaid advertisement. It's I don't know, how's it? Maracuja? I don't think that's the proper English word. Maybe passion fruit? Is that the same? I don't know. And orange. I really like that mix. And the camera's doing party again. We could add party emojis to the chat whenever the camera's doing party again. Woohoo! Let's join the party. That's the first party emoji. Yeah, I think it's nice if you know, if you can feel like you did what what the best you could. And I mean, with best isn't always, you know, you don't always have to be at the peak of what you can do, because I mean, you know, I read that and I thought it would be quite interesting. You know, if you're always giving your best, then it's not your best, it's your normal, which I think is really interesting, because you know, you can't always give your best, because that's kind of a um, you know, of course there has to be a normal, you know. Oh, Stuttgart, I will I don't know, I think I haven't been there before, but I will go there in April, because I'll be watching Aladdin the musical in Stuttgart. So that's I really hope that's going to work. I think I'll be streaming till 8. I think that would be, and I really enjoy stitching with you guys here. It's fun. I think I'll do that again, and maybe plan it a bit more beforehand. Where am I? So maybe some other people will join in too. I think I should get a camera like that. I mean, I can ask you, are you enjoying the stream too? And do you think you would like to join again? Or maybe not so much? Or maybe with better. I think changing plans on what to work on isn't really, I don't know, I don't think that's an issue, not much. Or at least I would naively think so. I think maybe next time I'll be working on my big project. Because hopefully by then I will have. Oh, camera, what are you doing again? Hopefully I will be finished with this one, at least with the cross stitch then. And then I will get out the other one and stitch on that one. And I think that's maybe a bit more interesting with the technique, because there are a lot of color changes, and it's diagonal stitching. So that might be interesting. Oh, and diagonal stitching in diagonal rows with parking, and using pin stitches for starts and waist knots for finishing. So that might be It's probably the most complicated technique I'm stitching with, you know, in cross stitch. I think I tried to explain someone the concept of waist knots, and that took a long time. I don't really know why. I mean, it's not that complicated, I think. You just park the thread away and make a knot, so it doesn't slip. Oh, and hopefully I will get a new phone soon. So I theoretically got a new phone as a gift for Christmas, but in reality it's not there yet because of delivery issues. And I really hope I'll get it this month, and that it's not going to say, oh, we didn't, the deliverer suddenly says, oh, we couldn't deliver because it didn't arrive here at all, or something like that. And I hope that would help me improve my another spam. I think I sometimes get these weird comments under my videos. I mean, I don't get many comments. I forgot what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, my phone, and I hope I'll be able to make some better videos. No, not videos, photos. That because my phone now is not so good at making good photos. I mean, it's getting old, so that's fine. It's killed two SD cards now, or at least I mean I don't know if it killed them, or if it just is too old, you know, to recognize them, kind of, because now it says my SD card is defect, and I can't open the photos that were on the SD card anymore. And I just got a new SD card, I think 2 or 3 months back, because it did the same thing. And now I have that issue again. And I'm not going to change the SD card before I get the new phone. Oh, and I can show you something. I got a new already got a phone case for my new phone. This one. I don't know. Weird med student stuff, probably. But it's also, you know, I mean, phones are just getting bigger. That's, you know, if you compare that, you know, those two, it's just, and you know, with pockets getting smaller, that's kind of annoying. But I mean, I'm mostly wearing skirts or dresses, so I don't have a problem with pockets in jeans getting smaller because I'm not wearing them anyways. And I mean, skirts and dresses usually don't have pockets. And also, it's, you know, sometimes it's useful to have a pocket in a skirt or dress, but most of the time it just, you know, it weighs it down, and then it looks weird. So then it's probably better not to have pockets. Or what I've seen, what I thought about doing, party again. And I have to train to keep my my train of thoughts when I'm reacting to the focus. Yeah. Keep my train of thoughts. I'm pretty bad at it. Mm. No, I've really made some progress. That's nice. And had some nice company. And hope I was some nice company to other people too. I'm glad you were able to join my party. With the night, with the nice strobing lights from my camera. You know the upside to doing a stitch with me like this is I can do it at any time because the light doesn't matter, because I have a lamp clipped to my stand, which makes really good light, and the camera, that's pointed towards the stitching, so I can even do it when it's dark, which since I don't have really good lighting, it doesn't work with my video so good. And also if I'm doing live floss tubes, since most people watching are in a different time zone, so I have to do it later so my American friends can join in live. So that means there's bad light, because winter and doing a video not earlier than 4 p.m. or even later, light is a problem. With this I can show you. No, I can without light, and then it has three different again. It has three different settings for the light. So I could even do that in the middle of the night, sitting in the dark in front of my stitching, and I could do a stitch with me. That's quite handy. And it doesn't matter how I look because you can't see me. Now it's getting a bit messy with all the parked threads. Oops. What I'm wondering about, can you hear my laptop? So, I mean, my laptop does some noise, you know. Can you hear that in the background or not? Now I have to turn again. Maybe I could do something with the settings there. No, it's not. It's not clicking. It's, you know, making this this working. Or maybe it's the vent. It's like a how do you call it? You can hear the camera focusing. I didn't know it made a sound. I think the frame is sometimes clicking. And maybe when I move the camera or turn it around and hit something, because the lamp and the camera are pretty close to the stitching, so when I turn it, I sometimes hit it. So one thread, part thread less, and I'm going to mark off my stitches. There's really a lot of progress. Party again. Then it seems like the audio is okay. That's good to know. And this time I'll upload it with hopefully the live chat included, because I didn't got that to work out with my last floss tube. So that's actually a lot. So I stitched everything up from, I think, this. All of that. Not bad. Focus. Thank you, Kaylee. Kaylee, do you have any plans yet for your silks besides the blood orange one for the cell? Focus. Annoying. Again. Oh yeah. I'm looking for ideas what to stitch with them too. I really, there's this one called Blue Lagoon. No, I think it was in the first week. And I thought about stitching something, a monochrome sea animal pattern on maybe dark fabric or so. And did she? I didn't see that. I'll have to take a look. But it's, on the other hand, it's not as easy to order from the US. It's all, always dealing with customs and stuff. That's annoying. Also, customs is being really annoying at the moment because I'm supposed to be receiving some stitchy kindness from Michael, and I think he also sent something to several other floss tubers, and everyone got their package except for me. And I think after 6 to 8 weeks he got the package back, because it was declined by German customs, and they just sent it back without any explanation why they sent it back. And he tried to send it again now, and I don't know, it has been with customs since mid-December. And I don't know, I just really hope they are not going to send it back again. I think I will have to try to find out what the issue with the camera is, because I mean, that's really weird. I mean, party is nice, but not that nice. Camera is turning again. I have to move something a bit. I don't even know how to turn autofocus on. I don't know, I just plugged it into the USB, and I didn't even get the option to, I don't know, influence the focus. Oh, that's really nice focus now. But I think since I'm using the scroll frame, maybe it wouldn't be so good if I change it from the autofocus, because it might, you know, be an issue if I move it a bit. Oh, come on. But I mean, it's better at focusing than the webcam from my laptop is. So that's already a good thing. Oh, and we're getting close to 8. So I think I will say goodbye and good day and good night to you soon, and I hope you had fun. I definitely had fun, and I hope you'll maybe join me next time, because I'll definitely do that again. And maybe I'll do that when I'm finishing this one. Wouldn't that be nice? You know, if I would stitch the last stitches stitch the last stitches with you to finish this one. You spelled it right, but in the shortened version, and you would write it with capital letters at the start. Auf Wiedersehen. And there would be an E between the H and the N at the end, you know, if you would write it long. Next time I will maybe, you know, plan it a bit beforehand. Yeah. I'll just do the knot. So that's it for now. Wait. No, it's that way. That's right. Auf Wiedersehen. See you again. No, it's right. And that's interesting. The chat on my iPad is faster than the chat on my laptop, but the video on my iPad is delayed. Weird. Okay, bye.